No review today. No, 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 no. Today, I'm gonna do a ranking. I will be ranking Busch Gardens Tampa rides. Busch Gardens being the best theme park out there. I do not care what anyone says. I am not being biased. Anyways, basically, there are 13 rides there, and the rides being, and this is not in any particular order, but you have Cheetah Hunt, Falcons Fury, which is the drop tower, SheiKra, Montu, Gwazi, Kumba, Cobras Curse, Scorpion, Tigress, serpent, and these are the two water rides. Congo River Rapids, Stanley Log Flume, and then the junior coaster, Air Grover, which is themed off the Sesame Street. Let's get started. Starting today, we're getting right into the video. At number 13, I have Serpent. And again, I will be showing footage from Coaster Force because he has some great POVs. So if there's any POVs throughout the video, they are most likely from Coaster Force. Thank you very much. But Serpent. The reason why I put this as my least favorite roller coaster at Busch Gardens is because I don't know, the setting, like just the area that it's in, like I'm not a big fan of. Like, but seeing all the Pantopia like theming is like cool, but like everything else is not that fun. Like there's some like break runs where you just stop mid track and it just ruins the pace. Really, the best part in my opinion is the top when you're just going back and forth. Other than that, the ride gets kind of boring at that point. But that's why I placed it at number 13 because even though some of these other rides might be like a little bit less intense than this one, it's just not that fun. It's fun, but not that fun. At number 12, we have Air Grover. For Air Grover, I'll be showing footage from Attractions magazine, so check out their channel as well. Which this is the junior coaster there, and the reason why I didn't put this one at least place, because even though it is like probably less than 30 seconds, and it's just like, I don't know, I've always had a fun time. It's a quick get on, like with my family and friends. It's just a nice get on ride, and it provides. It doesn't fail as a junior coaster. There are better ones out there, but this one's definitely not a disappointment. It's a very good junior coaster. Number 11, we have Scorpion. Now, Scorpion, this one is the oldest one at the park that stands right now. And this one's actually, like, pretty fun. Like, I always have a good time riding it. It's thrilling. It has a nice loop-de-loop. There's some nice forces on it. And again, not a top tier coaster, and it's not like the most intense, and it is a bit shaky, which I don't mind too much, but I like the smoothness better. But that is why I placed that at number 11. Now this next ride, that's at the number 10 spot. I would probably put it higher, but when I recently went last time, I don't know, this ride mentally and physically drained me. I don't know why, because I love this ride a lot. And I don't know why, it just wiped me out. This being Tigress. And Tigress, like, it has some nice forces. It's fast. It's not long, but it's intense. But I don't know why. Last time it just drained me, and it wasn't a good intense. It was a bad one in my opinion. But yeah, that's why I placed it at number 10. But I would place it higher, but after that last experience, no, thank you. I got a bag from this ride, so that shows that I really liked it, but it's still a nice ride to get on, but not the best now. Now that we're out of the 10 spot, we're on to number 9, which that would be Stanley Log Flume. Stanley Log Flume's a very fun ride. Like, this one I was going to place higher, but me thinking about it and all the good experiences I've had on all these rides, this one just comes a little bit lower than the others because, one, like, the setting, I guess, could be a little bit better in some parts, but I like the colors that they just painted on. The setting, it's very flourishing, I guess. And like it's a cool splashdown at the end. You get more wet at the front, which I like riding at the front more. But I don't know. I just think about it because I would always get on this with my sister and my cousin. It's just always a nice time, and it's just a blast. But there are better ones. Number 8, we have the other water ride, Congo River Rapids. This next footage is Sharp Production, so check out their channel as well. Now this one, it's a river rapid ride, and you rock and stuff. You get pretty soaked on this ride, like really soaked. There's some other river rapid rides that you get way more soaked on, like Popeyes at Universal Islands of Adventure. But this one is just, again, like Stanley Log Flume, it's just a blast every single time. And I love the environment. It's very swampy and jungly. The little props that are placed everywhere. And the cave, it's just a nice, fun ride to get on. I remember I went on that ride when it was really cold outside. Still fun. At the number 7 spot, we have Falcons Fury, which Falcons Fury, standing at 335 feet, is the tallest point at Busch Gardens. It is the tallest ride, and it is placed near Sand Serpent. And I, again, this ride, the only reason why it's, at the number 7 spot and not higher, it being probably the scariest ride there because of how massive it is, it's short. You get a really good view, which, me, personally, I'm all about the thrills. It's really thrilling when you go down because it's just because you're literally, you lean forward. Like, if I'm looking this way, it'll face me to the ground, which that's pretty cool, but it's just, it's short, and the intense part's less than 3 seconds, and I just want more. And that's the reason why it's at the number 7 spot. Now at the number 6 spot, this roller coaster I love. And the reason it is, and again, I mentioned this for Stanley Log Flume and Congo River Rapids, I love it every single time, and I just have so many good memories with it. Now I'll share that in a second, but this is Cobras Curse. And this is a family spinning coaster, and this one just I don't know, it's just so enjoyable and just so nice to ride, and it's such a good, I mean, it has a long ride every single time, which I don't like, but the theming, it's the most themed ride, so that I love. And yeah, it's a fun ride. And I actually came up with a formula for, I guess, how to spin the fastest. Let me demonstrate. I'm totally freaking out right now. In my pocket, it was in my pocket. Found it. Woohoo. In my executive design of the Cobras Curse cart, as you can see, top-notch design, it's a cart of 4 seats. I mean, there's another one kind of behind it that consists of really 8 riders per train, but this is one cart. 2 in the front, 2 in the back. And best thing to do, what you do, you put the heaviest person in this seat right here, right? It's the biggest blob. And then here, you put the second heaviest person. And then here, you put the lightest person. Here, if you can, no one. Reason being, because as you're going backwards, because on this ride, you kind of go backwards when you go up, and then you kind of go at rest, and then you do that. You kind of turn like that. Put the heaviest person here. Basically, that brings all of the weight to go this way. So you're going up, right? And then you finally go like that, and then whenever you start to spin, you spin that way, right? Making that a good push for you to start spinning, and at that point you're just spinning and spinning and spinning. Now we're in our top 5, and at number 5, this is some people's number 1, some people's top 3. My number 5 is SheiKra. SheiKra is 200 feet tall, and it's a dive coaster, and you basically, when you get to the top, you hang and just look at your doom, what you were about to encounter, what you were about to experience. It's a pretty lit, pretty rad, pretty cool thing to see, and it's just pretty amusing just to sit there and just see how tall you are, and then you finally are released, which is best in the front row for that ride because you get to see a lot. And it's just even though there's one inversion, it's just a nice paced ride. Besides the end, because it kind of at the end. But that's fine because it's still a great ride. And it's also really short. Excuse me. And that's another reason why it's at number 5 and these other ones are higher. Number 4 is kind of the family coaster that isn't, I guess, legally considered a family coaster because family coasters are not supposed to go upside down. This one does once, but this is Cheetah Hunt for number 4. And the reason why I love this one, and I've stated it over and over again with Stanley Log Flume, Congo River Rapids, and Cobras Curse, it has so many memories to hold. Fun fact, I actually met my first celebrity there, kid who plays Georgie in it. This is the picture right here. This is the picture. This is the
Name
picture
being
right here.
Jackson Robert Scott.
And like it's funny because I was in line. My cousin and sister were going in the front. I was going in the second row, and I was looking at the kid behind my cousin. I'm like, Joe, that's his name. I showed him a picture of Georgie. I'm like, the kid behind you looks like him. And he's like, I don't see it. And then I showed him a picture of this character from Lock and Key. He plays Bodie. And like, he's like, oh, I guess he does look. And then he kind of saw me like looking at him. I'm like, I'm sorry to be weird. I don't mean to be weird, but you look like this character from this show. I watched Lock and Key. But sorry for looking at you. He's like, oh, that's funny. That's me. What? Yeah, that's me. And I was like, whoa. So yeah, I got a picture with him and we chatted. He told me when the next season would come out. And it was actually really cool. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, sorry, I went on about Cheetah Hunt. It's fast. It has some nice turns. It has airtime. It has good launches, butterflies. It's an amazing ride in general, and it might not be the most intense, but it is intense and is a very good ride. Top 3! Anyways, let me take a chill pill. Number 3 is Kumba. Kumba, I actually have a shirt for because this ride is actually really cool. Kumba, I guess, means like roar. Because this roller coaster, literally, they don't fill sand in the supports. So whenever the train goes over it, the supports vibrate, and since it's hollow, it just makes a loud noise, causing it to roar. Anyways, this one has lots of inversions. It's just very fast paced and it's very well built. It's a sitting down coaster and it's just like element after element after element, and it's very good. And it has lots of forces like the Cobra roll. That one I really like. What else do I like? I like the loop-de-loop. The drop's nice. And the corkscrews. That's like the signature moment. It's not my signature moment, but those are very nice. One complaint about this ride, you do bang your head on that part a lot, so I do have to keep my head back during that part because I don't like headaches. Just saying. Top 2. 2 being Montu. Montu, I don't know if I discussed this, but Montu I love. And I don't know if I'll be able to come across an inversion coaster, which is like one where your feet are dangling, that is this good. Because it is amazing. And again, this one's similar to Kumba, but like it's just, oh my goodness. There's this one element, the bat wing, where you kind of go up to the side, and you kind of go back, and then back, do whatever. But yeah, this ride is intense, and sometimes your feet will kind of go a little bit numb because the blood rushes to your feet. I don't mind that. It's not a bad thing, I don't think. But yeah, this ride is just, it's so intense and so fun. And it's not even like that rough. It is pretty smooth. And yeah, this is definitely like top 10 favorite rides for me just ever in general at any theme park. And I didn't know if this was obvious for anyone, but if you saw my last video, I think you could already tell what number 1 is. And if you know me personally, you probably already know what number 1 is because I cannot stop talking about this ride. That being
Iron Gwazi.
I'm not obsessed with that ride, I just like it, definitely. And the reason why this ride is so good, again, like I literally have a whole video about it previously. Please go check that out.
Link in the description.
But it is just so intense. And after hearing it from other people, this is a top tier ride. And yeah, it's just like, it went from a wooden rolling coaster that like no one really liked because it was rough. I wasn't able to experience it. And then it transformed into this giant steel, like, I guess, reinforced ride. And man, it is so good. And again, it's a dream ride for me, I guess. I don't know how to put it. But go check out my other video to learn more about Iron Gwazi. But that is the number 1 ride at Busch Gardens, and my number 1 ride in all rides that I've ridden. Basically it for my top 13, well not 13, my rankings of all the rides at Busch Gardens. And yeah, I think my list is obviously the best and the one you can trust most because I'm me and no one else is me. Duh. In all seriousness, go make your own opinion. My opinion is my opinion. Yes. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I'll probably do another review my next video. I don't know which ride, but probably either Busch Gardens or SeaWorld. That's just my thinking. Or even Six Flags, I don't know. Yeah, again, hope you liked the video. Please consider to comment what things you would like to see. And yeah, that's basically it. I hope you guys have a fantastical, wonderful day. And don't forget to like the video, please and thank you. And I'll see you guys later.